Hello and welcome to tonight's call. My name is Russell Rodriguez, and I am so excited to see what Michael Sloggett has got to share tonight. It's good to see so many people on. We've got 218 excited people on already. If you could just drop in the chat and let us know where you're tuning in from. Be good to see where you're all from. I know there's some people from the UK, people dotted around Australia too. Sunny Coast, Bristol. Wow, we've got Perth in the house. Okay. Darwin, Brisbane, Sydney, New Zealand, Gold Coast, Newcastle. Wow. Okay. Cook Islands. We've got people from all over the place. So guys, tonight we're gonna go for about 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what coin Mick is gonna share, but yeah, I'm actually on holiday with my boy at the moment, but I couldn't miss this. So all I ask from you guys that are watching tonight is please just put your phone down. Any distractions, put them away because you can be in the right place at the right time, but if you're not paying attention, then yeah, you may as well not be here. So put any distractions away. Let's focus. Let's see what he's got to share. And yeah, Michael Sloggett is he's the guy that actually introduced me to the crypto space. Must have been about 6 years ago now. And yeah, he introduced me. I didn't really know anything about it. But I knew there was opportunity and I learned from scratch. And it's all down to Michael reaching out to me and actually teaching me. So Michael not only has taught me, he's helped me build a life of freedom where I don't have to go to work anymore. But not only that, he's helped hundreds and well, thousands, I think over 20,000 people get started and learn how to trade now. So yeah, Mick, take it away, brother.
Hey Russell, thank you so much for the kind words, and it's always I always love when you share your kind of story with getting started with crypto because like a lot of people, man, you had no idea, kind of like everyone at the start, but in a short amount of time, you've really kind of taken the bull by the horns, so to speak, and been able to create an amazing life with this. So, man, it's a pleasure to work with you. You being one of our the top guy at MTC as well, man. It's always a pleasure. So, how's everyone doing? I'm really excited to chat with you guys tonight. I have some cool information to share, and I genuinely I was a little bit nervous about doing this call because the truth is I've shared stuff like this before in the past, and look, this is crypto. Sometimes it goes amazingly well, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But what I'm going to share with you guys tonight, I probably haven't been this excited about a coin launching and knowing about it in its inception, because I've missed out on a lot of really, really, really good coins. So if you're tuning in tonight for the first time, I'm obviously going to be talking a little bit about crypto. And for the people who are hearing from me for the very first time, as Russell said, my name is Michael Sloggett. I've been in crypto since 2016. We've helped train well over 20,000, Russell. It's about 44,000 people now. And we've done that all around the world in live retreats, live events, online, of course, and been through all the massive ups and all the horrendous downs as well, experienced all of the beauty and all the pain that cryptocurrency has to offer. And I'm very glad to say it's introduced me to some of my favorite people in the world that I have right now as well. So I'm very grateful for crypto. If it wasn't for crypto, I don't know what I'd be doing right now, to be honest. But it's definitely been an amazing journey. So tonight's call for some of you might seem a little slow. The reason is I'm really going to teach tonight. I'm going to share some information, but I'm really going to teach. And so for the people who are very crypto savvy, there might be some moments in this where you're like, man, this is painful, guy. Like, say less, just get to the point. Tell me the name of the coin. And then for people who are tuning on for the first time, who have never really done anything like this before, it might seem a little bit overwhelming. The other thing that I'm going to tell you, hand on heart, I'm going to talk about our company, MTC, a fair bit. Reason is one of the reasons why I know the stuff that I do and why a lot of the people who are on this call right now are on this call is because you want to know this kind of stuff. And that's where I share stuff like this all the time. It's where our educators talk about this every single night. So my promise is this: one, you are going to find out what this coin is, and I'm going to teach you how to buy it. Two, if you've never bought crypto before, I'm going to show you how to get money from your bank account or your credit card onto an exchange so you can participate. Three, I'm going to show you the power of what finding these coins can potentially do. And four, I will talk about MTC because I would love for you to be with us and hang around. So, wow, we're almost at 300 people. That is freaking awesome. So let's get stuck into it. Let's talk moon coins. Now, first of all, I've been talking about AI a lot recently and the power of AI. And how I firmly believe that AI is going to have a profound impact on many things. My graphic designer wasn't available today, so I built this entire presentation with nothing but ChatGPT. And so I prompted ChatGPT to make me an exciting coin that is enthusiastic and pro crypto, that also, is something about coins going to the moon. And within 10 seconds, it printed out me a dog on a rocket, on an Ethereum rocket with Bitcoins attached to it. So if you're a graphic designer, I'm just saying, adopt this stuff very, very fast. So let's talk about moon coins. Now, moon coins is not something that you will hear me talk about a lot. I'm not the meme coin guy. I'm not the low market cap guy anymore. I am a reformed low cap guy. In 2017, I was like the king of that stuff, and I don't really dabble in that stuff anymore. Reason is the market's just matured to a point where I don't need to, because there's so much liquidity, and when you trade, you need that you don't really need to mess around with a lot of stuff anymore. However, there are some opportunities that I've missed out over the years that have really, really, really I wouldn't say cause frustration, but definitely I've thought, man, if only I had of. And I've also been really lucky where I've participated in some coins like that. I was lucky enough to buy things like Ant shares, which is now Neo at, I think the first Ant shares I ever bought was at about 12 cents. And then I bought a lot at 58 cents. That went all the way to, $200, which was really cool. I bought another coin called Verge for 1 sat. It went to 1,700 sats. So without, if you don't know what a sat is, it means if you bought 1 Bitcoin worth, you now have 1,700 Bitcoins if you had a sold at the top. No one sells at the top, but it's cool to think that that's what's possible. But the big coins that I've really missed out on, that I get sort of caught up on because I actually know and understand how they're used and why they should be valuable, is exchange coins. So if you don't know what an exchange coin is, it's whenever an exchange launches, whether it's Binance, OKX, Bybits, there's hundreds. They usually have a token. FTX coin is still going and is actually doing quite well from where it was when it hit the absolute bottom. Gate coin. They all usually have a coin that's used on their exchange. And the reason why I like exchange coins is because they have users. All right. Now, we look at a lot of coins out in the crypto market, and the big thing is when we look at a lot of coins and we try to understand, should I invest in this? Should I not invest in that? What's good about it? What does it does? What does it do? The truth is, majority of cryptocurrencies don't do anything. A lot of them promise that they're going to do something one day, but the truth of the matter is they really don't, and they just kind of get traded for money. And that becomes pretty much their use case. A lot of them set out to have really, really big goals. And I've always said I'm not a fundamental investor. The reason why I'm not a fundamental investor is I've never read a white paper that said this coin's going to be kind of shitty, but you could make some money on it, which is what kind of happens. Every white paper that I've ever read pretty much says that coin is going to change the world. Now, white papers are a lot like resumes. If you were going to write a resume to get a potential job, there's probably some stuff you'd leave out, or the version of you that's represented in that resume is probably the most amazing, beautiful version of you on your best day humanly possible. That's kind of how white papers work. So I've read a lot of white papers, and if you don't know what a white paper is, it's just when a coin's about to launch, they release a document and tell the world what they intend to do once they get all the money that you're going to give them to invest, right? Exchange coins are a little bit different. And the reason is they have users because people use exchanges. And simple fact is they have a use case, meaning that you can usually use them to participate in different things and do lots and lots of different stuff. So the reason why I like exchange coins so much is for that reason exactly. Now, the reason why I've missed out on a lot of exchange coins is over the, like I said, I've been here since 2016. I've seen some exchanges come and go. And the truth is, when Binance first got released, I was trading on a little exchange called Bittrex. Now, Bittrex didn't really have a native token. And when Binance launched, it was the first big exchange like that. You know, it was always like, oh, is it going to work out? Is it? Is it not? Who's this CZ guy? Like, you had to have a lot of foresight that early on to really invest in Binance, because the truth is, like, Bittrex was a beast until it wasn't. And so when Binance Coin got launched, and you know, you could have bought Binance Coin way back for 60 cents when it first launched. And if you had bought Binance Coin for 60 cents, you would have made 121,000% profit. 1,121,545% profit, because Binance went all the way from 60 cents to $690 at the very, very top. Now, why didn't I invest in BNB? Well, the uncertainty. Didn't know if it was going to work. Wasn't sure how it was going to play out. Didn't really know if people would like the exchange. And then, you know, by the time it did launch, and I was taking notice of it, the coin was $40. And then I was like, oh, fuck, it's worth $40. How much higher can it go? Well, turns out a hell of a lot higher, because Binance became one of the biggest exchanges in the world. So I missed out on Binance. And I always sort of went, man, that sucks, you know, because there was a chance where I really could have loaded up at a couple of bucks, and I just didn't. So I've stewed on it, right? The next one is another one called CRO. Right now, CRO is Kronos, and Kronos has been around again for a really, really, really long time. But that is the Binance Coin chart, and that shouldn't be in there. God damn it. So I've stuffed this up because I made this presentation today. That's upsetting. I will post a picture of the Kronos chart, but I promise you, Kronos did go up 1,652% profit from the bottom. Now, again, CRO, really good exchange. A lot of people use it. And again, just something I didn't invest in because I didn't. The big one that I missed out on, though, and this one hurts, is OKB. And the reason why OKB sucks is because I traded on OKX. And I was trading on OKX because it offered leverage and it was a beautiful exchange. It worked phenomenally well. And I got an opportunity to buy OKB at 40 cents. I didn't. And OKB went up 17,000% profit and ended up being worth $73 at one time. Even now, it's still today worth $45 and doing extremely well. Now, again, why didn't I buy OKB? Well, because, you know, they're competing with Binance. How can they win, right? Binance is huge. And sadly, we just kind of talk ourselves out of making really, really good decisions, because logically, we will always find a reason not to do something, right? So when I was trading on OKB, another little exchange popped up called Gate.io. Now, Gate.io, Chinese exchange, and I really paid attention to this because I was like, man, I'm not going to miss out on Gate.io because these guys are based out of China or Korea or somewhere. And I remember looking into it, and I went on their platform. It was really good. And they were launching all the innovative coins, like all the shit coins that you could buy that no one else had kind of list. Gate.io was listing all of them, all of these really unknown coins that no one had ever heard of. Gate.io was listing all of them. I was like, man, I've got to get on this. I've got to be a part of this. Now, you could have bought Gate.io for 26 cents and it went all the way to $13 and you would have made 4,900% profit. Today, Gate's worth $8.20 US. And I hate to say it, I didn't buy any Gate.io because, well, I just didn't. I didn't. I was trading leverage and, you know, I just, I missed the boat again. And it kind of plays on my mind. So one that I did invest in though, and which is crazy because it was the biggest gamble that I've ever taken after missing Gate and after missing Kronos and after missing, BNB and after missing Binance, a little coin came out on a very tiny exchange called MX token. And the MX token, and again, I've stuffed these pictures up, but I've got the letters right. I'm so sorry. I rushed this today. That's going to bother me. But MX is a tiny little exchange, right? Tiny, tiny, tiny little exchange. And the MX token, although it's not the chart, and I do apologize, you could purchase it for 0.04 cents. And I did. And I bought a truckload of it. And it pushed all the way to $5.80 and made a whopping 13,699%. So I started making money on exchange coins for the very first time. And I got super, super excited. So recently, if you've been following me, I've been talking a lot about a coin called BGB. Now, BGB has only been around since 2002. And when BGB first launched, you could buy it for just 10 cents. Now, today, right now, it's worth $1.35. So imagine this. You put, $1,000 on BGB at 2000 in the year 2022, and you did nothing for 2 years. You literally just you did nothing. You just went to work, chilled out, relaxed, and that's it. Who would like to make 1,200% profit for simply doing nothing at all? Right? I unfortunately didn't buy BGB at that price. I was buying BGB for the very first time at about 70 cents. And I started publicly sharing it a lot around 80 cents after I started working and communicating with the team at BitGet and moving from OKX to BitGet and really taking a lot of notice of this. Now, in our company, MTC, obviously I shared it a lot. I shared it a lot on my personal Facebook. And if you're in Crypto Calls Australia, you would have seen that I've been telling everyone to buy this coin. And if you had you'd be up about 40 to 50% now, depending on where you bought it, which is a pretty damn good result. However, it's not 1,200%, but it's still better than a kick in the teeth. So BGB has done extremely well. And if we go and look at the top 150 coins, in the world right now, you will see that all of these coins are actually in the top 150. So if we look at BNB, BNB is the number 4 coin in the world with a market cap of $87 billion, right? So it's no joke. Look at things like Kronos, CRO that I said, $3 billion. It's the number 37 coin in the world. OKB, number 42. So again, guys, like these aren't coins that no one knows about. They're in the top kind of 50 in the world with billions of dollars invested in them. And you could have bought them for cents, for pennies, right? And obviously my favorite BitGet, which, is worth $1.8 billion. And in the last 7 days is up 23%. And it's number 57. You then see like Qcoin, Gate.io, Woo, FTX token, and MX token. So my point is this. There's lots of these, right? There's lots and lots and lots of these, and they're all out there. And, the truth is it's hard to know about all of them. And, it would be very, very difficult to find these if you're not in the space, right? It really, really is. So one of the things that people always ask me is like, well, how the hell would you ever find out about this stuff? One, if I wasn't telling you tonight, is my advice would join something like MTC, right? Let us inform you. The reason why is because we live and breathe this stuff. It's our passion. It's what we do day in, day out. And, it's the big thing that I, as you can hear from my voice, I hope, like, I'm so passionate about, showing people about this kind of stuff. Now, we have a bunch of educators. We've got 13 educators. Every single night of the week, there is a call where we look at all the different coins that are available. And I'm always doing stuff like this. But what I wanted to do real quick before we get into the next part, where I really start getting into this, I wanted to bring one of our students on the call, Joe. Joe is a student of ours. He attends all the market scans. And Joe, real quick, could you just share with the guys like what your experience has been with MTC once kind of participating in these calls? And Craig's going to bring Joe off mute because that was his job. If he doesn't, in 5, 4,
yeah,
3.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, brother.
So my name's Joe. I'm from Melbourne, and I've been with MTC a little over a year now. So when I joined MTC at the very start, I really didn't know much about technical analysis. So with the market scans, being able to jump on to these market scans with educators who know what they're doing, who do this for a living, and are doing really well from that. I felt that it helped me with my development. I was able to mimic what they were doing as I understood what they were doing, and then apply that on my own charts. So once I was able to do that, I could compare it to their charts and see if I was on the right track. And as well as when you do jump on the live market scans, you're able to be able to ask questions if you are stuck on anything. So that was my experience. Market scans are on every day. If you don't get to go into the live one, you're able to watch the replay. It's really helped me. I'm seeing opportunities all the time now. I'm seeing on the weekend, during the week, and with that, I've become quite profitable, and something that I struggled with before joining MTC. So yeah, thanks to MTC, thanks to the educators, and yeah, it just keeps me going. So thanks heaps for allowing me to talk tonight.
No, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. So, like, honestly, guys, that's one way to get informed. So the big question is, right? The big question is, okay, cool. So we know about these exchange coins, right? There's lots of different exchange coins out there. So how could we have bought BNB? How could we have bought OKB? How could we have bought BitGet token? How the fuck do we do it, right? Because that's the nuts and bolts of it. That's what we want to know more than anything. So 9 times out of 10, what we'll do is what's called an IEO, right? So what is an IEO? Well, an IEO is something that usually launches on a launch pad or an exchange. So the coin that we're going to be talking about is on the BitGet launchpad, and I'm going to teach you all about it. But the BitGet launchpad is your gateway to supportive, innovative blockchain projects. It offers a platform to launch new tokens, giving them the exposure they need to flourish. Imagine it as a grand stage with the latest and greatest projects make their debut. BitGet Launchpad is a treasure trove of discovering next generation of blue chip tokens, the future stars of blockchain world that are handpicked and vetted by BitGet to ensure they have the potential to shine brightly by joining exclusive events on BitGet Launchpad. You get early access to these promising projects as a favorable price before they hit the broader market. Now, what I love about this as well is, guys, like the launchpad is free to use. There's no fees up front or anything like that. Like it's just part of their exchange that you can participate in. I've used some launchpads that aren't on exchanges, and I'm just telling you, they are an absolute minefield. So when we use this, we're going to do what's called an IEO, right? So in the traditional stock worlds or anything like that, you might have heard like an IPO, you know, like if Apple did their IPO, if you could go back and invest in Apple at IPO, who would do it? We all would, right? If you could go back in time and invest in Facebook at IPO, we all would. Of course we would, right? When a token launches, usually an exchange token as well, they'll do what's called an IEO, which just stands for an initial exchange offering, right? So it's like a fancy fundraising gala hosted on an exchange platform, unlike the usual ICOs, which stands for initial coin offering, where the project team does all the heavy lifting, and IEO has the exchange itself handling the token sale. This means more security, more credibility, and a lot more trust, and the exchange has to carefully review the project before providing the platform for the token sale. This does not only give investors peace of mind, but it also guarantees that only high-quality projects are presented. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use what's called the Launchpad on the BitGet exchange, and we're going to participate in what's called an IEO. Okay, so again, it all sounds cool, right? It all sounds cool. So how do we get in, right? That's the big question. How do we get in? So the truth is, it's actually super easy. Why haven't you done it before? Well, we just don't know what we don't know, right? And why didn't we invest in Binance? Good chance you didn't know you could. Why didn't you invest in OKB? Good chance no one showed you how. Why didn't you invest in Kronos? Because you didn't know what you didn't know, right? It's not that you're silly or you're unintelligent, or it's not as if like only the uber smart people can do this. Just the fact of the truth is, no one has ever shown you how to do it, and that's probably why you've never done it yourself. So one of the things that I love about crypto, and I love about learning all this stuff, is there is so much to learn. And at the start, it can all be super overwhelming, but I promise you this stuff is really, really, really easy. So I'm going to now show you how we're going to participate in this. But before we do that, I wanted to let you guys know that this is what is called decentralized finance. So when we participate in this is a version of what is called DeFi. So DeFi is just a cool crypto slang for decentralized finance. And there's an array of things that you can do on DeFi. And one of the big things is people say, well, how can I learn more about DeFi? What is it about DeFi that's so special? How can I make my money earn interest? How can I get more opportunities like this? And again, just like I said, what's the best way to be informed? To let us do it. What's the best way to learn? Honestly, let us teach you. We have an entire course about DeFi. It is run by a guy called Donnie Collar. The guy is an absolute beast. He is so good at what he does. And what we like to do at MTC is teach you everything that you need to know about DeFi. And we give you access to so many courses and so much content because we want to help you master these markets, right? We want to help you make consistent money every single week. I don't know about you guys. This is just me. I don't like the idea of a 9-to-5. I really don't like the government. And I don't like the idea of working, until I'm 65 to then probably die by the time I'm 70 and never have any freedom. I like the idea of making money passively. I like the idea of making money from my phone. And that's what we like to teach people how to do. But we recently had a DeFi course. It was the first time we've ever done it. And I was just going to get, Chris, if you could just jump on for 60 seconds real quick and let the guys know like what your experience was in the DeFi course, that'd be absolutely badass. Chris, are you there? Hopefully I don't need to count you down again like we did last time. Craig's going to nail it. I can feel it. No.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
There we go.
It's like with my kids. As soon as I start counting, shit happens. That's cool.
Yeah, hi, Michael. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Giles. My name's Chris. I've been with MTC now for about 11 months. I've always had an interest in DeFi, but I was very confused about the space, very confused about the terminology. I really didn't understand too much about it, didn't really know where to look or even what I was looking at. So, and then I participated in the DeFi course, which Donnie ran. And since then, it's just opened up a whole new world to me of ways to invest my money into DeFi. And since then, I've now been earning some money passively. I'm no expert, but I have now been able to turn a profit in DeFi with relatively low risk.
I love it, man. I love it. And what was your level of understanding of DeFi before you got started?
I had absolutely no understanding whatsoever. Like I said, the terminology even confused me. Like I had no idea what a liquidity pool is. I'm now running several different liquidity pools. Well, I'm in several different liquidity pools. Absolutely loving the space.
Oh man, that's badass, bro. That's badass. Thank you so much. So again, guys, like I said, this stuff might seem overwhelming or you'll never get it. But again, Chris is just a really, really good example of, that this stuff can be taught and it can definitely be learned. So we're now going to really hook into this. So I need you to do something. When I sent out the link, I sent a version of this to be able to do what it is that we want to teach you to do. You're going to have to scan this and use this code to create an account on BitGet. Like there's no other way around it. You have to be on BitGet. If you use this code, we get you a discount on fees. It also means that I can get you some really cool extra bonuses from time to time. Sometimes the guys at BitGet do special things just for people who use our code and sign up. So, you're going to need this. So my advice is scan it, do something with it. Craig, if you can put the link directly in the chat, that would be amazing. And you're gonna have to use this, right? So let's get stuck into it. I had a slide here where I was going to talk about something else, but again, I just want to talk about how badass AI is, right? Like AI is so cool. I asked it to make me a picture about a certain subject, and it just whips stuff up so quick. It's so badass. But one of the things that I was going to talk about is obviously, we're talking about investing in crypto and how, we obviously need money to do that, right? Or some of you are saying, hey, like I want to learn, but I don't have any money, or I want to, it would have been cool to put some money into those things, but I don't really have any. I just want to let you guys know, like at MTC, we help people make money. It's what we do. The opportunity at MTC is ridiculous. Like here is just a handful of our guys that have made well over 6 figures. I mean, Russell, who introduced me, he's on his way to now making over 400K. Bailey, young guy, just 22 years old, has made $180,000. Monica, 75. I mean, Mark, Nicole, Harley, all have earned well over 100K. And my point is we teach people how to make money, and we give you an opportunity to make money from as well. So even if you don't have any money, you can get started with us, take advantage of our opportunity, share MTC with other people. I'm just telling you guys, like right now, people want to learn this stuff. There's 300 people on the call. That's a really good sign and a really good indicator that people are excited and hungry to learn about this stuff. And the only reason why there's 300 on the call is because that's all our Zoom will allow, and it keeps on maxing out. So more people want to know about crypto than ever before. So even if you don't know everything yet, you can get excited about it, join MTC, share it with your friends, let us do the heavy lifting, and get paid a truck ton of money along the way. So you're going to need this. Like I said, it's absolutely essential. So the first thing that I'm going to teach you is how do you get your money, right? Because to participate in what we're going to do, you need to get your money from your bank account, and you need to get it onto an exchange. Now, this is where a lot of people have a lot of problems, or they get really, really, really stuck. The cool thing is BitGet has made this so easy, so simple, that you can do it via OSCO, which is, the online banking deal, or you can simply use a credit card, or you can just transfer crypto to it if you already have it. So it's really seamless. It's really easy. So when you open up your BitGet screen, what I want you to do is I want you to click on Buy Crypto. And then when you click Buy Crypto, a drop box will come down. And I just want you to simply press on Quick Buy. When you press on Quick Buy, this will open up. Now, I put in $3,000 AUD. You can put $30. You can put, I don't know what the minimum is, but I'm sure you could put a hell of a lot less than that. And what it will do is it will tell you how much USDT you can get. Now, to participate in this, you will need either USDT or BGB. So if you click that drop-down box just there, that will actually drop down, and you can change it to BGB or USDT, completely up to you. And it will tell you how much BGB or USDT you will get for your Aussie dollars. Now, on the next screen, this will come up. So obviously in this scenario, we want to pay with our bank account. We want to OSCO the money. You could simply just click on Visa MasterCard and it would do it. But as you can see, it's actually cheaper to do it via, it's actually cheaper to do it via credit card than what it is via OSCO. But in this scenario, we're just going to OSCO the money across. So we're going to click Discover. Now, I think this is where some people get confused. They're like, oh, Michael, there's no bank transfer on BitGet. There is, but it's under Discover. When you open up Discover, there'll be one there that says Pay ID, and it's going to use a third party called Banksa. And you put in your Pay ID, you send the money, and you get your cash from your bank or the cash from your credit card, and it will now be in your account on BitGet. So it's really simple. It's really, really easy to do. And that's all there is to it. So if anyone ever has questions about that, send me a message. I'm always happy to talk shop. I'll always make myself available for people who are crypto curious, who want to, get involved with BitGet. And yeah, my only request is please use our link, because it does help us out a little bit. And it gives us a better relationship with the exchange, so we can get access to more things like this as well. So the coin that we're going to be investing in and the coin that we're going to be participating in, is a coin called BWB. Now, here's why I'm so excited, right? And this is what I really, really, really want to point out about this whole thing. At the start, I told you about all the coins that I missed out on because of all of the uncertainty, right? What I love is BitGet is already established. BitGet is already operating. BitGet already has runs on the board. Their BGB token has already done extremely well. So now that they're launching BWB, I can look back and say, okay, well, historically, this is an amazing opportunity. Now, why are we getting it now? Because no one else in the world has it. This is like buying Binance coin or any of those other coins that I mentioned at the start, at the very, very beginning, before anyone else in the world had ever bought them. We will be the first people in the world to ever participate and own this coin. So what do we need to know about it? Well, BitGet Wallet is the ultimate Web3 multi-chain wallet, offering a comprehensive platform that includes wallet, swap, NFT markets, dApp browser, and Launchpad features, supporting over 100 public chains such as Ethereum, BNB, Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche. BitGet Wallet aggregates top dexes, NFT marketplace to provide traders with the best trading prices. So the cool thing is, it's a wallet, but also acts as a swaps platform. Plus, you can do launch pads and everything on it. So this is a really, really, really exciting project. It's like buying an exchange token, like I said, at day one. So we're going to be buying these coins at just 15 cents each, right? So let's say you buy it at 15 cents. If it just went to $1, how cool would that be, right? Like that would be pretty badass. I think you can probably do a little bit better than that, but I'm not going to be that guy. So there are caps. So the cool thing about this, it means no one can really whale up, right? Like no one can buy 95% of all the supply. And trust me, I spent all day, kind of emailing BitGet and in WhatsApp saying, how can I get more? I want access to more. Can I get private funding? Can I get some seed? Like trying to negotiate to be able to do as much and get as much as I can from these guys. And I don't have any more access than you guys do. I will be able to get the maximum amount just like everyone else. And the individual cap for each person who holds BGB is 50,000. And for USDT is 25,000. I'm going to show you how it all works in a second. So when we look at the potential of this, what I looked at more than anything else was I looked at the performance of other coins that have launched on the BitGet Launchpad and how they've done. So BBO launched on BitGet and it went up 200 times the original investment. Halo, 150, ZZZ, 24, BIP1, 23, Type It, 69, 69, TRT, I'm a child, T2, 30 and up 18%, 18 times. So where does BWB lie in that? Well, I think the BWB is a better project than some of those. So if the worst case scenario was it went up 18 times, right? Who would be happy making 18 times your money? For me, I just think that's a pretty good return on investment personally, right? So that's why I'm super excited about this. I think it creates a lot of opportunity, and more than anything else, if previous kind of results give us any indication of what's possible, I think BWB has a pretty good chance here of doing something, right? So let's have a quick look at the project. So what is the BitGet wallet and what is BWB? So BitGet Wallet is a multi-chain wallet that packs a punch with features like wallet swap trading, an NFT marketplace, a dApp browser, a launchpad functionality, and it supports over 100 public chains, including Ethereum, BNB, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Avalanche. It's like having all the best tools at your fingertips for top-notch trading prices. BitGet's wallet is BitGet's way of supporting Web3 sustainable growth and marks our first adventurous step into the decentralized universe. By bundling various blockchain services into one nifty platform, BitGet Wallet aims to create an ideal experience for users. It's all part of BitGet's grand vision to drive the adoption of decentralized technology and foster a more open and transparent financial system. Again, for a guy who's pretty anti-government, that excites the hell out of me. So BWB is the star token of BitGet Wallet. It's your ticket to accessing various features and services within the wallet. Joining in on governance and earning rewards, holding BWB token also means you get exclusive benefits and privileges on the BitGet platform. So again, just like what BGB token does, just like what Binance token does, just like what all the other exchange tokens did, that's going to be its use case, which means it's going to be wanted. Just like why BGB is mooning right now, people are buying BGB so they can get access to BWB, right? People are going to be buying BWB so they can get access to other things. It's just the nature of the beast. It's how these things work. So it's very, very exciting. So why should we join the BitGet Wallet IEO on BitGet Launchpad? The BitGet Wallet combines various blockchain services in one place, making it a project with top potential in the Web3 space. The IEO on BitGet Launchpad provides a secure and credible investment environment with early access to BWB tokens could be your golden opportunity to benefit from the growth of the BitGet Wallet ecosystem. Plus, you can invest in both BGB, BitGet's native token, and USD with complete flexibility. And let's not forget, BitGet Wallet supports over 100 public chains for broad utility and integration. So let's have a quick look at it. So when you're on the BitGet platform, it's very, very easy to find. I just want you to click on trade, and then you're going to open up Launch Hub. And when we go into the Launch Hub, it's right here under Launchpad. When you go into the Launchpad area, you'll find under latest projects, BWB. So it's a little bit funny how you get access to it, but I'm going to walk you through it, talk you through it, teach you all about it. So do not stress at all. Okay. Right here, you'll see that you can purchase with BGB or you can purchase with USDT. So you have to have either or both in your wallet. Now, there is a maximum, right? So like I said, you can't just go and drop all of your money on this. You can't, put the house on it. But what I worked out today is if you want to get the maximum amount of BWB and you're using USDT, you have to have 3,750 USDT in your wallet. Again, I'm just using the maximums because that's what I'm doing. But if you had 10,000 USDT, you say, well, why didn't I get more? Because that's just how it works, okay? There is a cap on it. Now, the cool thing is it's a little bit more if you do it with BGB or if you use both. So me personally, I'm going to put the maximum amount of BGB, and I'm also going to use the maximum amount of USDT because I'm very just bullish on this and I want as much exposure to this as humanly possible. So the BGB amount is a little bit more. And again, this will change as the price changes. But if you've got about 5,500 BGB in your wallet, you will get the biggest allocation you can get. So here's how it's going to work, right? You don't actually need to do anything in here. I just wanted to show you where it was. So what's going to happen is you have until the 1st of June at 3 o'clock UTC time. And by memory, the guys told me this. I should have written it down. I apologize for not being better prepared. The guys did tell me what time that was. It's 4 p.m. Queensland time. So you have until 4 p.m. Queensland time to get as much USDT and BGB as you want on the exchange. And here's how it's going to work. From the 1st until the 4th, right? Until the 1st until the 4th, it's going to take a snapshot, right? So the exchange is just going to look at how much BGB and USDT you have And you can have it in your trading account, your spot account, your leverage account. You can have it in your earns account. So you can have your USDT and your BGB there staked, earning you money. And the exchange is just going to look. And if you had, 100 BGB and, 50 USDT or whatever it is, it's going to take those snapshots. And from the 1st to the 4th, what the average works out. So, hopefully you're not moving money off the exchange and back on the exchange. But if you just leave that money on there from the 1st to the 4th, when the 4th comes around, there will then be what's called a commitment period. So depending on how much BGB and USDT you had, you will then get the opportunity to invest a certain amount into BWB, right? And you'll have that time there. So from the 4th until the 6th, you'll be able to purchase the BWB that you've been allocated, right? So all you need to do is get your money on the exchange by the 1st of June at 3 UTC. Leave it on there until the 4th, and then you can then decide after you've been allocated. So say, hey, you are now entitled to buy X amount of BWB with BGB and X amount of BWB with USDT, right? It's really, really that easy. You just got to put your money on the exchange, do nothing, and then wait until the 4th of June, and then buy the maximum allocation or a little bit, whatever you decide once the 4th of June comes around. What's really exciting, though, is on the 6th of June, BWB launches. So you will get distributed your coins between 8 and 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, it launches. It's live. It's going to be public. Anyone can buy BWB, but they will have to buy it at whatever the market says it's worth. Now, in my experience, from what I've seen, looking back, if we're buying it at 15 cents or whatever it was, and it launches and it goes to $1, you could sell it. If it goes to 10 cents, well, you lost 33%. That's the nature of the beast. But you now have the opportunity to buy it before anyone else on the planet. And that is really, really, really exciting. So for some of you, that might have been a little bit overwhelming, right? That might have been a little bit, shit, Nick, that's a lot. And for some of you, it was like, Nick, say less, just get on with it. And that all makes perfect sense. And you now know exactly what to do. Here's what I promise you. This is really, really easy to do. And the main reason why most people won't do this is because you get really overwhelmed, or you convince yourself it's harder than it is, or you trick yourself into thinking you're not smart enough, or you come up with some other really creative nonsense, and you simply miss out, right? What I'm telling you is this stuff is really, really, really easy to get good at. If I can get good at this, I'm just telling you guys, anyone can get good at this. I'm a year 9 high school dropout. Like I sometimes I have like a Forrest Gump moment. I'm always saying to Craig, I'm not an intelligent man because I'm really not. But what I've worked out is how to leverage other people's intellect and use it to my advantage. So the last thing I'll leave you with is this, guys. We have a course coming up, and it's probably the best course that we've ever done. We're adding 2 educators on and 6 brand new modules that have never, ever, ever been taught before. We are also going to be dedicating more support to homework and also community resources. And there's no price increase. Like, we are still going to be the same price. You're going to get more than you've ever got. So my advice is this: if you jumped on tonight's call, you liked what you heard, this stuff excites you, you want to be around more of it, you want to take advantage of all this stuff that we do every single day of every single week, talk to the person who asked you to come along tonight. And like I said, if you're at a point right now where financially things are tough, I want to talk to you. I want you to come to me directly after you've gotten signed up and say, Mick, I signed up. I'm ready to make some bucks, man. I'm ready to get paid. I'm fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm so over 2024 kicking my ass. I'm ready to work with you. Like, let's link arms and let's do this. Because I'm telling you right now, when we go to market, you are the first people in the world to hear about this live course. When we launch this live course, every person in the fucking stratosphere is going to hear about it. And they're either going to join because you told them or because someone else did. And either they're going to get paid or you're going to get paid. So if someone's going to make some money, it may as well be you. So my name is Michael Sloggett. It's been a pleasure chatting with you tonight. I hope you got something out of this. And if it did, please send me a message. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. But other than that, God bless. Have a great night and good luck. I'm investing in BWB. I'm all in on the deal, and I hope it works out because I don't want to lose money, and I also don't want to look silly. But I think it's going to be okay. So God bless, guys. Have a great weekend.